black samurai. Highest honor samurai would be a black man. See, a lot of we people are destroyed for what? A lack of knowledge. All people are like Gusi Ganda. Why shall I wonder?
They feel, all right, the instance, all these martial arts and taekwondo and kung fu and all these things. You feel these Moabites invented these things? No, it was us.
Israel.
It was us.
That's why David said, blessed be the Lord God of Israel, and what that teaches my hands to war.
It was us. We train them to do all these
and make my feet like what? Hinds feet. That's why when Daniel saw the angels of the Lord, the chariots, he said the shoes, like what I have on, it was like, and you know those ninja boots? It was like those ninja boots you see have on there. See all that written in the Bible. See, the Christian church never teach me that.
Now they teach you the angels like little baby. Little baby would drop up in diaper with a little bow and arrow. Right? Let me continue. Behold, therefore I will deliver to the men of the east for a possession, and they shall set their palaces in thee, and make their dwellings in thee. They shall eat thy fruit, and they shall drink thy milk. Right? I will jump down. I will jump down to 7. Behold, therefore I will stretch out mine hand upon thee.
I will what?
Stretch out my hand upon thee.
The Lord shall stretch out my hand over Moab and Ammon. Read.
And will deliver thee for a spoil to the heathen.
And will deliver thee for what?
Spoil to the heathen.
Okay,
and
there
is
Israel.
Yeah. I'm going to drop down to 8. So like, yeah, 8. Ezekiel 25 and 8.
Right.
Thus say the Lord power, because that Moab and Seir, which was Esau, Edom,
Mount Seir,
right? Moab and Seir do say, behold, the house of Judah is like unto all the heathen. Therefore, behold, I will open the side of Moab from the cities and from his cities which are on their front, which are on his frontiers, the glory of the country, Beth Jeshimoth, Baal Meon, and Ker Ayataim, unto the men of the east with the Ammonites, and I will give them in possession, that the Ammonites may not be remembered among the nations, and I will execute judgment upon Moab, and they shall know that I am the Lord. And the next verse going on into Esau, Edom, now, you know? So,
you bring out your scripture from, right?
Go ahead. Jeremiah 48 and 11. Moab had been at ease from his youth, and he had settled on his lease.
And he had what?
Settled on his lease.
Well,
and had not been emptied from vessel to vessel. Neither had he gone into captivity.
Yeah, they never really gone, because China always remained that way up to the day.
The Chinese never, they always had infighting amongst themselves, but to say, well, a nation conquer them and have them in slavery. They never been. I mean, Japan did invaded them back in World War II, right? Because Japan, just like Hitler wanted the whole of fortress Europe and the Western world, Japan wanted the whole of Asia, right? They wanted what back in World War II was ready to do what? To split the whole world. Emperor Tojimoto, which is Japan, he was the emperor at that time, and Hitler, they wanted to split the world in half, and have their own dominion, their own kingdom, their own empire, which really where it was, right? Because the Japanese, they went all into they reached as far as Philippines. I think they did almost reach into India. They wanted India, right? they get the Philippines, they wanted India, they wanted Australia and whatnot. But China, they had China, the Japanese had China, right? But the thing is, the Chinese them wasn't really under no slavery because why? The Chinese still had a military. China still had a military, and on top of that, the Americans was still arming the Chinese, right? They were still arming the Chinese, giving them planes and ammunition and guns and what have you, you know? So China, they always been at ease. When they really check it out, they always been at ease. The only time China really, because when these Moabites was warring against itself, like when they go back to the Civil War, back after World War II, I forget the two leaders, the two men.
It's not like dynasty. This dynasty against that dynasty,
right? It was China. Come on now, man. They'll be doing them things for spite, man, haven't you? Right? China is a bit of a spiritual man, and because we was carnal man, we beat him. You beat you so badly, and you never. Anyhow, yeah. So China, after World War II, again, yeah, so that's why they want. That's why, although there's communists, but they still take the ways of Esau Iran, because after World War II, China had a so-called democratic government, a puppet government which was set up by the US, and then you had a next puppet opposition, which is the communists, which was controlled by who? By the Russians, right? By the Soviet Union, because the Soviets they were communists, right? Hence the reason why they ended up having that civil war. And the communist party end up winning that war. I forget your name, boy. I forget your name. But they end up winning that war. Hence the reason from since in the 50s to now, China has been what, a communist nation, right? And no nation ever step up to come up against China. And China have been slowly but surely building the military might over the years, right? China has been slowly building the economy, and whilst the economy has been building, they make sure and do what? Invest in the military.
The what?
The military,
yeah.
Right? That's why.
Hold on, Akim. Just keep it last one.
Yeah.
Now this is history. If this truth, history goes with this truth. Not just Bible and scripture, it's all good, but history goes with this truth. History backs up your scholarship.
Right? So, that's why when you go back into Joel 3, right, when it say beat your plowshares into swords and the pruning hooks into spears, what that goes into these nations, the GDP, which is the gross domestic product, right? Right, the GDP, the money what they're making from that GDP, instead of they investing that money in social programs and I want the correct word for it now, boy. But the social program and all these things now, boy, on the people now, boy. So they spend the money on the people and infrastructure and all these things, right? They start to spend the money, they start to invest more of the money in the military, right? Look now, China didn't have an aircraft carrier, but now China has two. And the thing about it, but the thing about it, China don't really need all that. China do not really need all that aircraft carrier as the US. The reason why the US have all those aircraft carriers is because the US has bases all over the world, right? But China, they do not need all those aircraft carriers. Hence the reason why they forcefully, and America can't do nothing about it, they forcefully take over something where you call what? The South China Sea. And do what? What they do with the South China Sea? They militarize the South China Sea.
See that?
Which is what? By making man-made islands.
Right. So you think they put in the military base all
in. China, so with that, China do not need all that sort of military aircraft carriers.
And
they do not need that.
Going on. And anybody passing near there, they call it on the illegal waters.
Right?
They call it South China Sea.
So
they're willing to blow. They're willing to blow the Calvins out of smithereens when they pass.
Yeah. They do the American warship for reach on the last
right? Yeah, trespassing in we waters, right? Because all these nations, Japan, all of them, Japan, Vietnam, the Philippines also, they're trying to stake claim to the South China Sea. But the thing is, China gangster all of them, and take it and militarize it. Why China could afford to gangster them is one, China is a nuclear armed nation.
China playing America,
right?
That's why the Lord
China is a nuclear armed nation.
So that's why the brother was reading early on what the Lord said. I'm going to bring down the pride of what? Of Moab.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring them down.
Yeah. Yeah. So China with the gangster, the whole scene, take over the whole South China Sea, right? So these nations, and they put islands, what have you. Again, there's nothing new under the sun. Because what else remind me of if any brothers, I just say is a reason why the father make me study even before coming to the truth. The father make me study a lot of military, especially military history, right? Because there's nothing new under the sun. The Pacific War in World War II, because the World War II was a two-frontal war where the Americans is concerned. You had the European theater where they was fighting against the German Axis, as they just call it, right? Against Hitler and whatnot. And then you had the Pacific theater where they was over in Asia fighting against the Japanese. Now, the Japanese fighting against the Japanese, it's going to be just, America is going to have to go back all over that again with the Chinese, because it was an island to island fighting. Right? It was an island to island fighting. Hopping from this island to that island to the other. As soon as they're done with this island, they go on to another island, and they go to another island, and they understand I'm showing you. Right? And it's the same thing with China. China built up all these islands, and China has the military forces on all these islands. Right? All these islands. Coupling these islands, just as the Japanese, they have what? Airships. You understand? To land to accommodate bombers, not only fighter jets, but bombers also. So it is going to be the same, just as World War II, it's going to be the same thing for World War III, where these Americans will have to go and fight island to island to island in the South China Sea. And they would want to try to do, which is to go into mainland China and attack mainland China. But that would be a disaster or something. Because where's China population? Almost 1 billion. Right? Or we are over 1 billion. China have over 1 billion, right, as a population. Now watch this. China military is 2 million. Right? They have 2 million personnel serving in the military, and then they have some like 500,000 and change in the reserve. And then on top of that, they have something like, let me say, 50-something million, I don't want to exaggerate, but about that, 50-something million citizens that is able and eligible to join the military and fight. And China, just as North Korea and certain other countries, have something we call conscription. What is conscription? Military draft. Right? Where you have to muster bound to serve in the military when you reach a certain age. China has it. America has it also, but just they don't really they don't implement it. They don't enforce it. The last time that I was in the Vietnam War, and the reason why they didn't really enforce, because they wanted to enforce it to go into Iraq and Afghanistan, but they tell themselves they have enough soldiers and they don't really want to go and do it now because they know the people will uproar against it. But they will bring it back for World War III. They will have no choice but to implement that draft in World War III. Right? But China, you always going to have all your hands full. You Americans, you Edomites. And Jakes too, because a lot of you dumb sell out. A lot of you Jakes want to do what? Go and sell out and say you're going to serve, ready to serve my country, sir. You understand? Yes, sir, yes, sir.
4th of July.
Yeah.
But the 4th of July, he was in the cotton field, nigga.
You know what I mean? So, as I just always say, World War III, it is going to be the most bloodiest, most devastating, and nastiest, and stinkiest, and costliest war ever to be fought. World War III. Right? Because it's not only going to be guns and bombs, you know, and naval battle and all that, you know. There's going to have biological warfare also too.
That is the
Chemical warfare.
How the scripture said so that kid, how the scripture said he said for the first war has passed, the second war is gone, and behold the third war coming what? Quickly. And that third war is the worst war of all. Get yourself right with the Lord.
You know, China, you feel China afraid. All you US soldiers, especially you Jakes who serving in the Navy, serving in the Marines, serving in the Army, serving in the Air Force, you know, serving in the Special Forces and Black Ops and all these things, right? Serving in the CIA, right? Because they have branches in the CIA that does that take parts in combat roles also, right? You feel China go afraid to dose some VX nerve gas on you, or sarin gas on you, or ricin? They would not. And that's why you always going to, hey, watch me, the father say, watch me, the amount of debt, according to Alamanata Zakba, the Mosai is going to make a new death high score. But go ahead to the scripture.
No, Tazariak, we go to the scripture first and I'll try to go ahead.
Alright, Jeremiah 48 and 16. The calamity of Moab is near to come.
Well,
it's what?
It's near to come.
Yeah.
That's as Biscan was saying.
The calamity of Moab is near to come. These so-called Chinese, because as much as we just say, he saw Edom going and get it and he going and get it and he going and get it in World War III. You gooks is going to get real dread to the same way. The Mosai not playing with you heathens. All you heathens, you Japanese, North Korea is Moab too, North Korea, South Korea is Moab too. All is going to get it. Go ahead.
And his affliction, he is steadfast.
And his what?
Affliction, he is steadfast.
And how it is steadfast to start with the coronavirus. Go ahead.
All ye that are about him, bemoan him.
All ye that what?
That are about him, bemoan him.
Meaning all the neighboring countries.
All the neighboring countries.
Along him, start to bemoan him. Read.
And all ye that know his name, say, how is the strong staff broken?
How is what?
And strong staff
China
broken.
is a strong staff.
Their military is number 3 in the world.
You can.
Because it's America, then Russia, then China.
And China.
China military is number 3 in the world.
Yeah.
And as I say, China, and look at it, there's number 3 in the world. And China don't even have all those naval carriers as America. China now China now get 2 naval carriers, aircraft carriers. They now get 2.
Go ahead.
Russia, who is number 2 in the world, them and all them now get 2. Go ahead.
How is the strong staff broken and the beautiful rod? Right?
Yeah, because right now China outshine America in beauty right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, America develop like China. China way past America.
Because I have a series, I get mad at that series. Remember it is the unit, a military series, right? Where they went, where two special forces operatives, they went into China to get some to get nuclear powered technology for the submarines, right? And when they get it, the part of the escape route was to go into a subway train, and when they went into the subway train, and that series was back in like 2010, 2011, right? And what the man said, he said, look at this now about China. We done with underground, you're getting Wi-Fi service, and you're being able to watch TV and be on your phone, and all these things. And America do even have this. So yes, there's a lot of things that China surpass America with. Well,
right? Thou daughter that doest inhabit the bond, come down from thy glory.
Come down from what?
From thy glory.
So that great China that the whole world watching up to right now, just as America, you don't say, I'll bring it down from your glory. Say, come down from thy glory. Read.
And sit in thirst.
And sit what?
In thirst.
And sit in thirst. Go ahead.
For the spoiler of Moab shall come upon thee.
Who this spoil? The spoiler of Moab shall what?
Come upon thee.
Yeah, the Lord will spoil his nation.
The Lord will spoil Moab.
Yeah.
And America ain't gonna spoil Moab.
Spoil them.
Moab will spoil America.
We're putting them in slavery.
Can.
Yeah. Moab will spoil America. America ain't gonna spoil Moab. They will kill a lot of the forces.
Well,
but
the prophecy, we know the prophecy is that America will fall.
But
the spoiler Moab may be one of these nations right now.
Mainly our tribe. Mainly our tribe.
We'll go back to
with those chariots.
Yeah. Well,
right? And he shall destroy thy strongholds.
But he and our tribe.
O inhabitants of Aroa, stand by the way and espy. Ask him that fleeth and her that escapeth, and say, what is done? Moab is confounded.
Moab is
confounded.
That is it. Right?
For
all this technology couldn't save them in that time.
And they have vast technology.
They have the latest technology. All the iPhone and the smartphone, where it come from?
China, making in China. Huawei, my phone, Huawei. Made in China. Huawei is a Chinese brand.
Operating system too.
Yeah, that's their own operating system that they don't even need Google. Huawei don't need Google because when they try to get when Trump started getting problems and Google, they say, well, all right, we don't need your Google. You keep your Google. You understand? China had their own Facebook and all. China don't use Mark Zuckerberg Facebook, you know. Them are the own thing. Them are the own. I forget the name of it, but them are the own Facebook. Well,
them is what I call the world leaders right now.
Yeah, them is best hackers. Some best hackers from China.
Yeah, it's from China.
Yeah.
Some of the big feminine studios is in China. Yeah.
Right. Moab is confounded, for it is broken down. Howl and cry. Tell ye it in Anan that Moab is spoiled, and judgment is come upon the plain country.
Wow.
Upon Holon, and upon Jahaza, and upon Mepha, and upon Dibon.
And all the neighboring countries around here, that's a biblical name. Read.
And upon Nebo, and upon Beth Deblathim, and upon Kiriathim, and upon Beth Gamul, and upon Beth Mion.
All with the dwelling.
Right? And upon Keriot, and upon Bozrah.
Upon where?
Bozrah.
Yeah. All with the dwelling, but it doesn't really literally mean all because Moab not dwelling in those places again. You know, Moab, because all these nations, they was dwelling around Israel, and they were surrounding Israel. Right? But all these nations, the only nation from ancient times to now that's still dwelling amongst and around Israel, really, is Ishmael. It's these Ishmaelites.
Yeah, because these nations, after a while, remember, men move out all different parts of the earth.
And Edom. Edom.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Ishmael and Edom and Ham bordering. Yeah, Ham on the border. Right, go ahead.
Right? And
Good night, sister. Good night, sister.
And upon all the land of Moab, far or near, the horn of Moab is cut off.
Yeah, but it's the power. One goes into power.
The power, right?
Yeah.
So you say the power of Moab is what?
Cut off.
What is the power of Moab?
The military might. The military might. The military might. You know, the military might is going to be cut asunder.
And that's going to, because the real power of China, what is the manpower?
Yeah.
Right? The human resource.
The human resource.
So what this virus going to do? Not cut down the human resource.
God.
Right? Going to cripple them. Right? And his arm is broken, saith Yahweh.
Well,
Make ye him drunken.
make what?
Ye him drunken.
Yeah, make him drunken.
Right? For he magnified himself against Yahweh.
But he what?
Magnified himself against Yahweh.
Yeah, they boast. These nations boast themselves against Yahweh. How they do that? By boasting against the children of Israel. They boast, they come against Israel, they come against the Lord. Read.
Moab also
When they want with the technology goes back into witchcraft, you know.
Yeah.
If I can say something too, not just that the population will dwindle, but you see, remember, they're trading with the world too. And if they have a virus like that, then we're going to have more to trade for the world. Because presently, a lot of people right now do certain things from China already.
Yeah.
Just because of that virus.
Yeah, because when that virus take place, what started to take place with the stock market? The stock market started fluctuating with dread, real dread. Yeah.
And the Lord said in the scripture, he will bring shit up.
Right? Moab also shall wallow in his vomit,
Yeah.
and he also shall be in derision.
Well,
For
Which
was
is
not,
confusion.
yeah.
You'll be confused, you'll be dismayed, you'll be confused, you know.
how this happened.
Yeah, what going on, how this happening, and how I just stop it. Go ahead.
Right?
And you know what they saw here? And you know what the Lord showing Moab there too? Here's what the Lord showing Moab, because speak only on concerning the petrol yuan. Right? Because China have something called the petrol yuan. Right? The Lord showing Moab that yes, although yes are set. Nah, yuan. That's the name of the dollar. Yuan. Yeah. Chinese yuan, and then you have the Japanese yen. Right? The yuan, which is YUAN, right? What the Lord do? The Lord set up Moab to make up the petrol yuan to come up against America, to combat America petrol dollar. But yet still he's still showing Moab that, hey, I still gonna break you down. I still will break your economy. You have a strong economy, and what makes China economy start to get even more stronger because of that petrol yuan. How that petrol yuan works? It come like this. Let me say this is America here with the petrol dollar. There's America, there's America, there's China, right? There's Iran here, right? This batch here is who allied with America. This batch here is who just neutral, right? This batch here neutral. Is China, is Iran. Here what going on? America.
No. Well, you can't come and do the work and never do it. They come to the work, we do the work, and then we do after that. America, this is what America doing. America put sanctions
on Iran where the oil is concerned, right? America put sanction on Iran with the oil. Iran can go and sell the oil, right? And these are our nations now. Although they are allied with, although they are allied with, they're supporting America with sanctioning Iran, right? But here what is going on? These are our nations. They want to buy from Iran the oil, but they cannot buy the oil from Iran because America put the sanctions, and if they buy the oil from Iran, they also too will be sanctioned. Right? So there is what China coming to do now. China come with to Iran and say, "Yo, what is going on? As much as you get sanctioned from America with the oil and whatnot so forth. Here we go. I will come and buy your oil from you.
What?
I will come and buy your oil from you, which is Iranian oil, right?
Right.
I go buy your Iranian oil. I will buy your oil from you. But here what is going on? My dollar, which is the yuan, I know my dollar cannot match the US dollar. Right? Because the US dollar is what the world reserve currency, right? Good. So seeing that I cannot match the US dollar, I will pay in my dollar, right? I know my dollar don't have as much value as the US dollar. But here what is going on? Anytime you ready to come and trade in your yuan, you come and trade in the yuan, and I will give you exchange within gold. You understand? So there is what now taking place.
Because that is ready the value. The value is ready gold.
Gold.
Not the
Federal Reserve note.
That's the real money.
That's the real money. That's how it was at the beginning. That's how it was in the beginning.
Right. Not the Federal Reserve notes. Can. Right? So what going on now?
Let me form the line now. Let's go, bro.
So what going on now? These other nations here, like these other nations, what they will do to, they will come to China to buy the oil. They will come to China and buy the same Iranian oil they will buy the oil using the yuan. You understand? And by the yuan starting to come into a high demand, what it start to do is start to raise the value. Right? It start to raise the value. So by the yuan value starting to end up being raised, the Chinese economy is obviously automatically it will rise. They will get a boom.
You realize there's real life chess, right?
Huh?
You realize there's real life chess.
Yeah, it's chess. It's chess. But who play the chess? Yahweh.
Yeah.
Is the Father playing the chess?
That's why he said, then shall they know that I am.
Right? So the economy, so as I was saying, you understand, China, the economy, the Lord get China, as much as he get China that brain as much as he get China that brain to use that tactic, we do. He still put the Americans to send that coronavirus for them. To do what? To start up that whole controversy. There's already going on, no? It's a controversy again, as you better say. It's a game of chess.
Who's must stand the battle? The Lord.
They're not
The Lord is staying up everything.
They're not draft. They're not draft. They're not cheeky pets. They chess.
Chess is a game.
And chess is a game. Chess is a game you can take a whole year.
It's a game of patience.
Chess is a game you can take a whole year. Just to get checkmate.
Yes, this brother.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Jeremiah 16:4. They shall die of grievous death.
You shall what?
They shall die of grievous death.
That coronavirus, that is a grievous death. That is that sweeping of the whole land of China. I hear it in Jamaica, not so? Or the quarantine, that person, but it was spread. And they're going to bring it down to Trinidad over the carnival. Because like carnival, right? It's coming. Read.
They shall not be lamented.
They shall not be what?
Lamented.
Yeah, the Lord, nobody going to mourn for them, nobody going to lament for them.
I'm not going into Israel, but we can use it.
We can use it for them too. Yeah?
Neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of
Because
earth.
our people are going to be like that, you know, and it's still Israel, because you know, who rebelling against the Lord? That is wicked niggas.
Yeah.
So the Lord had to do, send diseases upon them and show them that I am the Lord. Yeah, Corona. It's about beer. Shalom. It's about beer for Corona. My brother.
You know, so.
It is what it is.
Well,
And they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine.
and by famine, because look in China right now with this coronavirus, it ended up causing, it started causing famine within the Wuhan, within the city of Wuhan.
And then they talk about some locusts get away here.
It's in South
Africa.
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 Right? Yes. Right? But it started to take because
I don't meditate on them.
Yeah, you understand? So they
She not acting like Satan. She alone.
By chance?
No, they don't cause that. But you know, like I say, leave them alone.
that time.
I'm not coming back for them again. I leave them for them.
Yeah. So yeah, as I was saying, right, in Wuhan, with the virus, what started to take place? Everybody rushing in the grocery. They see a fight, big fight in the grocery. You understand? For food. They say the shelves running out of food because there's something, and this is why I get to learn. I never know this. It's only just last week I get to learn this. Every grocery, even in Trinidad here, no matter how big the grocery is, it can be price marked. Do you know that every grocery, the only stock, I could say this, boy, the supply, the food, the whole supplies in the grocery is only a 3-day supply. It's only stock for 3 days.
Yeah, because
All these groceries, even down to price mark. You go over in America, well, I don't have the close down all the Walmarts, you know, but all those big groceries, they only stock for 3 days. So when this virus comes full circle, full circle, right? And you Negroes want rush into the groceries. There's only so much you will get in the grocery, you know. There's only so much. Because it only stock for 3 days. And the thing is, they would, and the thing about it is, the 3 days it's stocked for, right? You don't know when it will be, you would never know when the shelves will be replenished. So we're going into famine. So go ahead. Yeah.
And their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of the heaven and for the beasts of the earth.
Yeah, it's going to dead right on the ground there.
from that act, but you continue that.
Going to dead right on the ground there. Right on the ground there, like a dog, like a pile of dog shit. You know? And like I'm watching a World War I movie. A whole set of dead body in a pool of water, in a crater, in a shell crater, right?
Like that bitch across there,
Yeah,
right? She money gonna be
yeah, she be like a piece of like a lump of dog shit. You understand?
Maya.
Yeah, you understand? And if rain do fall, you know, while she decaying, some part of she body go wash away, and the fowl on them they go feast on the rest wherever. You know, they might.
Wait till the fowl of heaven is the cobos
On them, the cobo on them, you know, they go pick on a nipple, they go pick out a lie.
Look at Jeremiah chapter 14 verse 27.
Yeah.
For was not Israel a derision unto thee? Was he found among thieves?